maybe that's where a little bit of my obsession has come from, is because I need control over where my money is going. I had said, I think I know what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a bookkeeper.
We definitely want to push for scale, and we definitely want to push for getting more money in.
Yep. So
what can she do in the first 6 months?
100% outsourcing things that you can, things that you're using for your business. A lot of things.
ChatGPTs.
Our Canvas, things that you're actually using to do your marketing.
I want to know, obviously I know who you are.
Yeah.
But who is Auri? Auri, the person, and then I guess tell me about how Books with Auri came about, and also why.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Auri. I am a mum with 2 kids. I also am a foodie. Love my coffee, love my wine, love my friends. So my friends and I have this joke that there's a different side to me, which is Auri Auntie, and she comes out every so often. She is the inner child in me. And that inner child has realized that there's more to life than working for the man or not being supported by women. So Books by Auri came about because I realized that financial literacy is something that people don't have. And a lot of business owners, in my experience, don't understand their finances, and that can be quite overwhelming. So when you know what's going on with your money, you can kind of have a little bit of clarity, and chaos is a little bit less. I thrive on that. I'm very structured and routine, and I need that for myself. So
Amen,
I understand that other people need that as well.
Yeah.
So,
and I guess you said something about knowing your numbers and knowing your money. Do you feel that is it something in society? Do you feel like now being a mother yourself and watching your kids, where do you think we've gone wrong as women being taught from our mothers? Do you feel like it's like money wasn't really our responsibility, or where did that come from, or why are we so scared? Because I'm going to be honest, I still, sometimes I don't look at the bank account because I'm like, she'll be all right. I'll just deal with it. Future Andrea is going to deal with it, and that's her problem. And then when I do open the bank account, it can be a problem.
Yeah. So I'm going to take my hats off to my mother. Remember Dolomites, the Combank Dolomites? We had in a bank account when we were kids, and we would go to the bank. So my mum has always given me financial structure. And even my dad, both of them have been really open about budgeting and, things and setting us up for our future. So I think maybe that's where a little bit of my obsession has come from, is because I need control over where my money is going. I do think that a lot of people miss that. I've obviously got my kids, and, I'm already teaching them about taxes. They're 7 and 9, right?
Oh,
so they're chores, they have to pay.
Yeah.
But I do think that business owners don't actually go into their bank accounts because it's overwhelming. And then it becomes confusing because they never were taught what it means or how to understand it. So I didn't actually end up doing, if I actually think back to the way that I grew up, like it was all taught through my parents and my mum and my dad. But then I never did accounting. I was the social butterfly. I didn't do any of those sort of school things, that economics, accounting. I was a social butterfly that ended up working and finding her feet, and then decided once she was in the workforce that she wanted to be a bookkeeper. And do you know why? Because when I was working at this corporate finance services company, I would see this bookkeeper, like I was a receptionist or whatever, and I would see this bookkeeper come in 3 days a week, I think it was, and she would work school hours, and then she would leave. School holidays, she would take a laptop, she would work from home. And I think I was 20 at the time, and I was with Tyler, and I had said, I think I know what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a bookkeeper, because for me, being with my children was probably what I wanted to be when I grew up. I didn't know what I wanted to be, but once I saw the way that she worked and how she was available for her children, I was like, yeah, that's me.
it.
So I trained up on the job and learnt as I went. So now I'm 35. I've been in the industry for 15 years.
Yeah.
Do I enjoy looking at my bank account? Sometimes no. But we need the control. We have to do it.
We need the control. And I guess coming back to that, you made a really good decision in the fact that you decided before you had kids, this is the lifestyle I want, because you saw someone else have that. And that's a really smart move. And I'm sure that you do a really good job at that. But tell me about being in business and being a mum, the guilt. Do you get struck with the guilt of having to pick? Because we want to do it all, right?
Yeah,
like you said, you want to do it all. We want to do it all.
Yeah.
And we want to also show, we want to show men that we can do it all. Like, I know I do. I want to show my husband, like, I can do it all. But the reality is that sometimes the guilt eats you up because you can't be the whole you in a certain aspect of your life.
Yeah, it's...
How do you deal with that?
So guilt is something that I'm still trying to like work through. And obviously I try and have, when I was working as an employee, it was quite easy to do your 9 till 2 or whatever your work hours were and switch off, completely, because you're just walking away. But the way that I work in my business is quite one-on-one with my clients. So even like I had a client messaging me at 6:30, I think last night or the night before, just going, I can't get this payment to go. And in that moment, I know that they're overwhelmed. So I'm available. I would message back. Don't take advantage of it. But, if it's a quick message where I can get back to you, I'll do it. Do I feel guilty that my kids are sitting there eating dinner? No, because as soon as that text chain's done, I'm back in with them. I think guilt is that's a really hard one. I don't think I feel too guilty because when I am with my children, I am 100% with them. So as long as I've got that balance and that lifestyle, which is what I'm trying to create, that's the whole purpose of Books by Auri, is to create a lifestyle that works for us as a family. And especially, so Tyler is FIFO, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So my whole business was built because it's meant to be flexible against.
And you almost have to be a single parent half the time of the year, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't manage all of it and still have your business and love it and still be a mum and then love it, like, it's just not going to work.
It's not going to work.
No.
And I think for me, it's just about having the different hats and being very capable of switching those different hats. But that also comes with a very detailed calendar of time slots. So I do a lot of time slots. The kids can see when mum's doing things and when mum's on a work call or here, the boys we have that available for our whole household to run. And that sort of stops that guilt because they're aware. And I feel like knowledge is power. So the same I would do with my kids is let them know what I'm doing. I've got nothing to hide.
And do you feel like our kids watching us? Because, I watched my mum, running businesses and stuff, but it was obviously totally different before the internet, before social media, before, running a business from home, being international. Do you think, like you spoke about teaching your kids about numbers and teaching your kids about saving and working and taxes at such a young age, how do you think them watching you doing what you're doing is going to impact them? I guess monkey see, monkey do, right?
Yeah.
So they really are just going to be like, this is what's normal for our family.
Yeah.
And one day when I grow up, I don't want to be sitting in a cubicle somewhere 9 to 5 in corporate.
No.
I want to do what mum's done.
Yeah, and they want
to be around.
They want to be around and they want to be going to, sports carnivals. That's something that I try not to work Fridays. That is more of my admin day. But it's also because that's when kids' assemblies are on or things like that. So as long as they know that I'm showing up, then I don't see how that's an issue. And they actually don't have an issue with that. I think we're all just trying to do our best as well. I think that's also a really point, is like we need to have these open communications, because from other people looking in, the lifestyle we live isn't an ideal lifestyle, but for us it works. And I think that's another thing that we all need to remember.
It's different. It's different for everyone.
Sure.
You do you, boo. You know what
Girl,
I mean?
I know.
All right. I want to know, as a woman in business,
Yeah.
I came to you because I felt chaotic.
Yes.
I found you and we had that meeting and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know how to pay myself. I don't know how much to pay myself. I don't know what can I and can't I do. If a woman is in business right now and she might be starting up, because I nailed you down when I started. I was like, I need to do this right from the start because otherwise my anxiety was just going to blow over and I'm going to willy-nilly spend money and then go, oh shit, I've spent it all. What do I do now?
Yeah.
What can a woman do if she's at the start, say the first 6 months of her business?
Yep.
She knows that she's going to be growing. She knows that things might change. Her numbers are going to change and we definitely want to push for scale and we definitely want to push for getting more money in.
Yep. So
but what can she do in the first 6 months to set up for success?
Outsourcing things that you can. And I think I make a valid point in my messaging is that we can't do everything ourselves. I try and do that myself. So I'm trying not to. So how can I expect other people to come to me? I'm an expertise in what I do the same way you're an expertise in what you do. So instead of trying to, it kind of goes against what my message was earlier. Instead of wearing all the hats, wear the ones you're good at. I'm great at being a mother. I'm great at being organized and being a bookkeeper and a BAS agent. So if you are a hairdresser, if you are a nail tech, if you are a marketing guru, doing what you do that you have honed your skill in, outsource the things that you are not that good at. And that could be bookkeeping, BAS. It could be, if you're a hairdresser, getting a content social person, just getting someone else to help support you. Because if you are going to grow, we need to have all those boxes ticked. Someone had said, we went to a International Women's Day and they had said, grow your business now as to how you want it to be in 5 years. 100%. So work in your business now as how you want it to be in 5 years, because 5 years down the line, when all your clients are used to you saying yes at the drop of a hat or starting tasks that are outside of your scope, in 5 years' time, you're then doing it for so many more people. It's hard to then pull back and go, actually, I want to go to the gym during school hours, or I want to go have Fridays off. If you weren't doing that from the get-go, how are you meant to pull back when you are a bigger scaled company?
That's it. And I guess one thing that I learned really soon, and this is why I engaged you, because from the get-go, like, if you don't know, like, Auri was the first person I hired because even though I didn't have a lot of money coming in at the start, it was because I know that in business, through all the mistakes I've made and all the times I've tried, you're either going to pay with your money or you're going to pay with your time.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to sit there and work out bookkeeping, look, I did accounting at school and I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I only know what a debit and a credit is and a cash flow statement, but do not ask me to do it because I think I hated it so much sitting there in school that I just want to completely blank out. So I knew that I had an opportunity to either pay with my time and spend 50, 100 hours just trying to figure this out and open my Xero and go, what do I have to do? Or I can pay you to just take care of it, but I get my time back.
Yeah.
And I think that is why so many, because I know that I made this mistake again and again, and it's something I had to learn to stop doing to get different results, to stop spending my time for free, going, no, I'm going to penny pinch and not pay someone like you because I can figure it out. I'm a smart girl. I know that. But it's going to take me so long to figure it out and I'll still make mistakes.
Yeah, we are all smart.
That's it.
We are all smart. We can all do everything. We get that. But again, as you said, your messaging's clear. We're also trying to buy back your time, right? If you can outsource it for cheaper than the hourly rates that you can actually make on your jobs, done.
Absolutely.
It's a no-brainer. For me, girl math there, that works.
Now tell me, for anyone that's watching or want to know more and want to work with you, who do you love working with? And how can someone work with you? And I mean, I know you're a busy girl.
That calendar is blocked out.
But, who would you love to work with if there's someone out there watching going, I need to speak to Auri?
I would love to work with people that aren't afraid to grow. I think that's the bottom line, is that I do not judge people's state of their books, and they don't need to be perfect to start with. Hell, you might not even have books. You could just winging it in spreadsheets. You know, I am there to help you grow and help you get your time back. So clients or people that I have capacity for at the moment, anyone that's willing to make change. I think that's one thing. If you're coming to me and going, this is how I'm doing it and I'm not interested in changing, I can't work with you. We need to be open to my input for automation, because I'm big on automation. We're talking if we can get things like HubDoc up, which is a free service in Xero. You know, things like that we can get it easier for you to understand. That's where we're at. So open to growth and open to change. So they're my two sort of prerequisites at the moment.
And doing things smarter, I guess, as well, because you had a few things that you gave me that was like, I didn't think about that. And you were like, actually, you know, if you do this and that, then you'll be better off. So, I really appreciate that, because having someone like you in my corner, honestly, we're in business to grow and we're in business to make money. And I am not afraid to say that. You know what I mean? Like, you run a business because we want to make a life that is better than working a 9 to 5. You want to make a shitload of money while you're doing it, because we have priorities, like we want to take our kids on holidays. We want to live in that beautiful home, right? We want to have the things that we like. So I think this conversation is so important, because women with money just need to, it's okay, like you said, to be scared, but having someone like you going, I'm going to show you the way, not to be scared to open that bank account and look at your numbers.
Don't be,
you know,
for sure.
I also believe that working with someone like you, even if it's a shit show and you come in, it can only get better. It can only get better.
We're at the bottom. We're at the pit, you know. So once, you know, you've got me on board, we're just going to, sky's the limit.
That's it.
We'll be able to see where our money's going. I will say, if I can give any pointer, so I think for anyone that's overwhelmed with their money or their books at the moment, step one, open your bank account. Start there. Look at your income and expenses and understand if you've got mixed business and personal. You'll find that a lot of small businesses are mixing that, because obviously if you're working for yourself, you're a sole operator, that money that's coming in is technically your pay, right? What I'm finding is that if you actually start to separate bank accounts, have your money for business going into a business, and then just your business transactions, and pay yourself an amount, whatever you need or however that works, that's the number that you need to work out. And that's why you come to me and we can work out how much money you can pay yourself.
And she also let me pay myself a bonus, by the way.
Yes.
That was a nice bonus.
We move things, we get things done. But it's all valid
separate.
there.
That's it. So
we're separating the two.
Yeah.
Because your overwhelm is coming because you can't actually identify what's personal and what's business. And then all of a sudden you've just got tons of transactions. And there's actually a lot of transactions that aren't relevant. So that's a little tip for anyone out there that's starting up and not really sure. Don't be scared to jump in, open your bank account, and just identify what's business and what's personal. And then,
what's the number one? Because I know the ladies are all about tax write-offs, right?
Yeah, we love it.
Me too. We love a tax write-off. What is something that almost all women in business, I guess, running like something that would suit most businesses, something that we don't know that we can actually write off, that we can get away with legally?
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to give tax advice out. I'm a BAS agent, but there's things that we need to look at that are things like our subscriptions, merchant fees. So a lot of people that pay via Stripe, there's fees and things like that we can probably we're missing. we're getting the money come into our bank account, but there's a Stripe transaction that's being deducted when you get your payouts. We need to find that value because that is actually something that we can put on our P&L as an expense, and we just net it off against the sale. That's all lingo that I know. But yeah, your subscriptions as well, things that you're using for your business. A lot of things.
ChatGPTs.
Our Canvas, things that you're actually using to do your marketing.
Yep.
A lot of clients come to me and do you know what they're actually missing? Telephone, internet. So especially if you're working from home.
Done.
Or, we're all using our phone to do our content,
That's
right?
it.
There is a percentage there that your accountant can kind of help us apportion. I'm going to say split.
Yeah.
Apportionate, whatever, split. Over personal and business. So there is a tax deduction there if you're actually using your phone for your business.
Which we all are.
But we're not bringing that expense in. So there's things like that. Internet if you work from home. But just be careful on the work from home. And again, your accountant or tax agent can sort of help guide us and give us that percentage. But what we're trying to do is just work out how many hours you kind of work from home. And then we kind of get a percentage and we work that through. So things like that, especially for our home workers.
Yeah. Which so many of us want to do. We want to work from home and be flexible and be able to, for instance, my car.
Yeah.
I drive a lot for it. So log those kilometers.
And do it properly.
Yeah.
The actual pain point, I will say, for most people isn't missing the tax deductions. It's not having the receipts or the source document to prove it.
Yeah.
So I'm a big stickler for let's make this easy. Let's get HubDoc set up as a minimum. There's other third parties like Dext, which is a service provider as well. But, HubDoc as a minimum where we're getting receipts through. If we don't have receipts, there's obviously the compliance risk, but also, if we kind of can't claim them if we don't have our receipts and our proof. So, as a bookkeeper, what I'm trying to do is make that easy and streamlined. So you're taking a picture, uploading it. So just making it really easy for my clients that are on the go because most of you are on the go.
And if I can do it, anyone can do it. Honestly, load that onto HubDoc and
it comes through.
And it's done there.
Yeah, that's all we need.
That's it. All right. I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. I'm going to ask you, are you a morning person or night owl?
Night owl because I love books and reading.
Ooh, are we reading in bed with a tea or is it a Kindle? Is it a book?
It's a Kindle.
Okay.
It's a Kindle and it is usually on my reading chair. So I have a reading couch. When we did our home reno, I was like, I need a reading couch. I mean, the kids and my husband have TVs and PlayStations. I was like, can I just have
a chair?
A chair. And I've got this beautiful lounge that overlooks the backyard.
Nice.
Anyways.
And what are you reading at the moment?
Guild by Raven Kennedy.
Okay.
It's very
that's something I need to do. Like honestly, I don't make time to read. I am actually reading something at the moment though, but I can't remember what it is.
Can you say it on
you can. It's the one from Glennon Doyle.
Oh yeah.
The purple book. What's that one?
I know it. I've got it in my bookshelf, but
when she goes through leaving her husband.
Yes.
I
want to get my phone and Google it.
Yes.
We'll let you know later.
We'll Google it. Okay.
Yeah, reading. Yeah.
What is one thing that you would outsource tomorrow, So you are a bookkeeper. Mm-hmm. You've got that down pat. What is one thing you would outsource tomorrow?
Admin. It's always going to be admin.
Okay.
I think we all get really cooped up on admin.
Yeah. Because there's always things to do. The list goes long.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Admin. What is one word for this season of your life?
Building. We're building.
Love that.
We're building.
I love that.
Not growth, like that, just building.
Building. Beautiful. That is a good word. I like that one. One massive goal on your bingo card for 2026.
This is meant to be rapid fire, but I've gone blank. My goal.
It could be personal or business. Because, I mean, personal still has business in it. You know what I mean? Like,
get to 6 figures.
Ooh.
Is that an achievable goal? Or, you know how they say you want SMART goals?
Yeah.
But if I can get to 6 figures,
Absolutely. It's only the start of May, babe. We've still got heaps of time. You can do it. 100%. I like it. All right. And who is your biggest fangirl that you admire at the moment? It can be someone in business. It can be someone online. It can be someone in person.
This one I thought about because I don't want to give a generic answer. I know it's meant to be rapid fire, but I'm going to give you a...
Yeah. I'm here for it.
So, you know, there's a businesswoman influencer called Revy Jane. Her. Why? Because she's relatable. Because she's someone that has kids, but also has businesses and is as fuck.
She's the one that runs and she's got the cute little, the outfits.
Yeah.
Does she still do that? The sets?
Yeah.
Does she still sells that? Yeah.
So I find her relatable.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like, she looks fun.
Yeah.
I want to be fun.
Fun. Yeah. Well, that's so nice.
But other than that, that's it. I didn't want to give something stupid like Kim Kardashian because they're just not relatable.
Well,
but you know what I mean.
It's just not obtainable.
No.
Like really, like honestly. I like that. All right, so we're going to tag her in it so we can let her know.
Sure, go for it.
Well, thank you. We're literally just having conversations with women in Perth who are mothers who are working with their businesses. And it's about building community. It's about coming together and networking and just giving value. So if you guys need to find Auri, where is the best way we can find you?
Yep. My Instagram at Books By Auri, or my website.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, my love.